Some people know me for doing a wee bit of this, a wee bit of that, and a wee bit of this. Travelling the length and breadth of the country, capturing the history, the mystery, and the beauty of Ireland. But on Sunday the 1st of May 2022, things took a turn for the worse, ending up in the hands of the NHS's finest. So began a full evaluation of life and how to turn my dream into a reality. This is my journey, how I got from here to here.
Welcome to Donegal! Cheap
So good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today is Thursday the 3rd of July. It is roughly 7 AM in the morning. Believe it or not, we are supposed to be going away in this van on Monday, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. A lot of the few remaining bits that I needed have started to arrive. They're actually coming thick and fast. That is the portaloo, that is the toilet that's going to be used when we're away in the van. This is the pop-up tent, shower, toilet, that sort of thing. The cubicle, that is going to be for housing the toilet. And this should be the USB shower. Yep, I have researched this and this seems to be popping up quite regularly. It's only 24 quid or 25 quid on Amazon. It basically is rechargeable by USB. It goes into the water tank or the water drum or whatever you have, and that's basically it. So that's the reason why I went for it. Easy to use, rechargeable, takes up little space, and that is what I'm after. So that's the shower cubicle and the toilet. That is all here now. So the plan was we were supposed to be heading off to the beaches in Normandy on Monday. That is not going to happen. The Irish passports still haven't arrived. That has been months now, absolutely months. So that is out of the question. The ticket is still paid for. It is flexi. I phoned them up and told them I can use it anytime. But partially the reason why I wanted to go to the Normandy and the D.I.Y landings, because I've always been fascinated with that. And this year is my 50th birthday and I wanted to do something special. So that is out of the question. It's not going to happen. So putting all that aside, hail, rain or snow, we are going away on Monday somewhere. But in order for me to put myself into that position, I need to get a few bits and bobs done. I will need to get this gap sorted out along the top here. We need to get some sort of covering for that. So I'm going to have to find something that's going to go the whole way along the length of the van. And this bit here, which is above the cab, there's going to be some sort of a curtain rail there. Something's going to have to hide that gap. We do need some sort of a curtain rail, something like that sort of thing. But I'm going to have to find all this stuff today because today's Thursday. Tomorrow I'm back at work. I have a 16-hour shift ahead of me tomorrow. This bedding area, this seating, whatever you want to call it, it has to get sorted out also. We need to figure out some sort of storage because we need to store food, water, all that sort of thing. A lot to do and a very, very short time to do it. And one other thing, the kitchen. We need a kitchen. The kitchen that we had last year, oh, it was just too small. So we're going to have to get all that built. I've got a wee bit to do. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. I also need to put a couple of wee decorative screws onto that. I've just been informed by Alexa that today is not Thursday, the 3rd of July. Today is Thursday, the 4th of July. With so much stuff going on here and everything flying around my head, I'm all over the place. Oh! And just one more thing, the van failed MOT. It's up for a retest on Monday. So it failed on brake discs, So that's going to have to get sorted out also. Just put it on the list and we'll come to it when we come to it. So the first thing is we're going to have to go to Screwfix, Homebase, B&Q, Dunelm, get something that's going to cover that and make it a little bit more prettier. Let the madness begin. It's fitting, so anybody who has fitted curtains, curtain rails in the van, all that sort of thing, they'll see that they are pretty expensive. So I've been to Home Bargains, I've been to Screwfix, I've been to Dunelm, I've been to B&Q, been to all those sort of places, and I've picked up a few bits and bobs. So what I have picked up is this. I tried this bit of, it's called D.I.Y or something. It's for fitting cables in, because I needed something really flexible that's going to go around the top edge of that gap. And it can't be thick because I don't want to be coming into the cab and banging my head on it and all that sort of thing. So I got that there. That's not going to do. It's a bit thin. It's actually quite thin, but it's very flexible. So in Dunelm I picked this up. This is pretty flexible. It's a nice colour also, and a nice size for trimming. But what I've discovered is that has to go against the wall I got flush. The hooks, if I can find one here, the hooks come down like that, which means the curtain hangs right down. I need something that's going to go along the top of the van, and the curtains are going to come down straight down like that. That's just not going to do. That was actually reduced from £26 to £1.63, and that's the only reason why I got it. I don't intend to spend a lot of money on this. So that didn't work either. Then I went back to B&Q because there was nothing in Harry Corey's, nothing anywhere, Dunelm, Home Bargains, that was going to work. Then I remembered I had something in the attic which was something similar to that stuff there, but it's a wee bit thicker. It is also called D-Line or D-Link or something, or D. They're for head and cables anyway. And this was a wee bit thicker and a lot more flexible. So what it done was, you can actually open that up like that, and that's for the cables to go into. I cut that bit off, which left me just this bit here at the top. I then measured each bit of tongue and groove where this is going to fit over. I found the center point of each bit of tongue and groove to try and make it look a wee bit decent, and pre-drilled holes, because that's going to be where the wee screws is going to, let's see if we can see that. I then pre-drilled the holes. I put this bit up, I measured it, I then measured this bit, put it back up, found the center part of each of the bits of tongue and groove. I pre-drilled the holes where I've made the marks, so that should look centered. It should look a hell of a lot better than what it is now. So that's the way I've done it. I'm going to bring this into the house. I'm going to run it down a bit of soap and water to take off my pencil marks, and hopefully by using these little hooks, whatever hook things for holding up a string, or what's it called, let's see, so using these little hooks, I'll attach these to that once I fasten this to the van roof, and hopefully we will be able to use a bit of that, whatever that's called, curtain wire, run it through the curtain, and using them wee hooks, as I say, we might just get this thing to fit. That all sounds now. That all sounds really straightforward, doesn't it? Now, I didn't pay a fortune for the curtain rails that I got out of Dunelm. That was reduced from something to, I don't know why I can see it, £6 or something. The other bit was reduced from £20 to £1.23. So I didn't spend a fortune, and there's a hell of a difference between paying £60, £70, £80 for curtains, campervan curtains, I've got all that for under a tenner. So while I was in B&Q, I came across these things here. They are edging light profiles for indoor kitchens. They basically go along the bottom of the counter, and you put LED lights in them, and that goes around the edges of worktops and all that sort of thing to give it that effect. So I got a couple of these. They're only like £3 or £4 each, and measured them and cut them to size, and I reckon that is going to tidy up that gap there, and it should make it a little bit more presentable. It'll be a hell of a lot better than what it was anyway. That should fit in there perfectly, and that will... Oh, it actually goes right up. I did pre-drill a couple of holes along the edges. I don't know where I can see that. To screw that into the tongue and grooves that's already in the roof. And I think that will turn out to be a pretty decent finish. So the reason I drilled my own holes was because these are the little attachments or brackets that come with it. They actually go along the kitchen and worktop, and that profile fits into them. But I need that to go right to the back of the wall with no gaps, snug as a bug in the rug. So they're no good. We'll throw them away. It does come with little edgings, and that should fit in something like that. Perfect. So I don't know if you can see that or not. So that's the theory. That's the way we're going, and this should be okay. So we're going to stick this up while the D.I.Y curtain rail or curtain pole is drying off, because I just give it a good wash down there with the old terps just to get the pencil marks, all that sort of thing off it. So I'll stick these up in the meantime while that's drying off, and that'll be another thing out of the way. I haven't put them in completely because I want to get them all lined up as perfectly as I can, as if they're going to come as if they're seamless. So I'll put them in halfway so that everything fits, and when we get it all up, we'll put them all in completely. So the LED strip will stick along here, and this goes over the top of it. I'm just going to put these on to make sure everything fits. I suppose having good. Actually, it doesn't look too bad at all. It's about as seamless as what I can get it. I just can't wait to see the LED lights when they go into it. So, that is something else out of the way. To what it looked like, to what it is now like. I'm happy enough with that. Yes! So, this is the actual D-line, or the D... I don't know what they call that. What they said they call that. D-line, or D-link, or D-shaped. This is the actual D-shape. That there. So I've just washed down all the pencil marks where I had marked it all out evenly, so that it sort of looks a wee bit decent when I go to put it up, and where I know everything is going to go. So that is going to go, the good side is going to come to the outside, and the bad side, which has got a wee lip on it, it should cover that there. It should cover that there and sit something like that. And I'm hoping that that is enough. Oh, actually is enough. Oh yes, okay. Right. We are in business. That actually doesn't look too bad either. So, we'll get this up and we'll see what this looks like. I won't bother filming it all. I'll time-lapse it or something like that, because it's pretty boring shit, like, you know. It's good stuff I want to do. The LED lights. Actually doesn't look too bad. The hell not better. So that's what I have at the end of it. Now that's a full circle. These other ones seem to be like a half of it. Like a... And I have one of them on each end. I'll have one of these in the middle. And the wire will go through the curtain. And that hopefully should do the job. I'm not going to know because I've left the curtains down to the tailor, whatever, curtain person, to get them up a wee bit. They're a wee bit long, so I don't want them completely all over the floor. Just want them touching the floor. So I've left them down there, so I will get back to that when I get my curtains back. Here is the wire bit. This is the wire bit that I was talking about. So that will go into that end, like so. That will go into the other end, like so. There'll be one in the middle, and there'll be one there, and there'll be one there. I'll just make a wee tiny slice in the middle of that side of the curtain, because the curtains will be drawn that way. When I go to fold them or push them back, this will be covered with the curtain. That corner will also be covered with that bit of curtain, and that curtain will also go along. So it's all going to be blacked in. They're blacked out curtains, completely black out. I am happy enough with that. That's 2 things down. We're doing alright for time. So, this thing here, this bed, this is actually a single bed, believe it or not. I need to sort out some sort of storage for underneath, for food, water, all that sort of stuff. And that is the next task. So I'll measure this up, ahead of the road, and we'll see exactly how much room we'll have to play with. So, a quick trip over to Halford and a quick trip to go outdoors and back to B&Q. And this is what I come up with. And this could actually be the easiest part of the whole bloody van build, because the measurements I took over to measure the boxes are exactly the width of what I have put the beams down the front of this bed. Them 3 storage boxes absolutely fit perfectly. Fit perfectly. They are heavy duty storage boxes. They come with lids. They were 14 quid each. There was cheaper ones. They were like 9 and 7 and 8 quid. But they were absolutely crap. These are heavy duty. They fit like a glove. But I'm going to need them to come out the front. So I got 3 of them. And the water cannons, I actually brought one of the boxes into Halfords with me to see if I could get the watering tanks to fit inside them. And believe it or believe it not, look at that. 1, 2, 3. 2 storage boxes for food, 1 storage box for water. They are 10 litres. 10 litres. They are HICO, H-I-C-O, 10 litre heavy duty water containers. And there's a bit at the front for, is it a water tap or something like that? They are absolutely perfect. They fit like a glove. I cannot believe it. Something has actually went right in this van. Right, that's where they're going. The whole idea was to put the drone here, the camera bag here, water, and, you know, a box for storage, blah, blah, blah. But the camera bag and the drone are not going to fit in here along with all this. So I'm going to have to build something at the back, some sort of storage thing at the back of the van for the likes of tripods, seats, all that stuff. But these are going here. I am absolutely bloody buzzing. Now, what I'm going to do is, I had a couple of these that were on at the back of the van. They may be too small, maybe too big, but I'll cut them to size and I'll run them in between each. Well, that's actually not a bad fitting. I'll run a bit of that beam, which this is made out of, in between each box, just to keep everything from sliding about. We're on a roll. When I go to fill these things up, I'll buy some sort of a long, extended water funnel. So if I need water, all I have to do is find a graveyard. Graveyards always have water taps, and that's where we're going to fill them up. So that's the tank. The side of it, the wee water tap thing, it goes at the front. And I will get some sort of a funnel where you can just put it below the water tap, put the funnel in this thing, and that will completely do the job. So that's all that out of the road. I can now put this back together, put the rafters on, And that is this section of the van done. I'm going to cut a bit of this wood, a couple of bits of this wood, stick it in between each box so things don't slide about, and screw back down the rafters, and that is that stage of the build done. That'll be the 3 things today I wanted done, and then we'll move on and we'll see exactly what else. The kitchen's just going to have to wait for a wee while, but we are running out of time, there's no doubt about it. The LED lights, I do have them for the side of the van, but that is a whole new story. I'm going to have to go through that and tell exactly what happened. I got a set of LED lights off a company called Wholesale LED Lights in Leicestershire in England, and they've absolutely screwed me over big time. So I'm going to phone them one more time. I'm going to record everything. I'm going to phone them, record it, and I'm going to let you see exactly what way they treat their customers. So that's the storage. That is the storage done. That is the water tanks all in place, the food boxes, all that sort of thing. And the seating area and that single bed is now all put back together. So we're not doing too bad. This is the big kapow. This doesn't pass the MOT today, I'm in trouble. Fucking right into my back. Fam is supposed to bring me happiness and joy and all that sort of thing. It's brought nothing but fucking misery and pain and ache.